For the first time, the Zika virus has spread between states in the U.S., and according to a new CBS poll, 64% of Americans are at least somewhat concerned there will be a large outbreak of the mosquito-borne virus inside the U.S. within the year. That same poll shows 1 in 4 people are very concerned. This comes after health officials confirmed a Texas resident from El Paso County tested positive for the virus. The person recently visited the Miami area, where local transmission of Zika has occurred. And Florida's Zika count has spiked, with 2 more local cases confirmed in Miami-Dade County, raising the number to 30. Philip Levine is the mayor of Miami Beach, Florida, and he joins me now. Mr. Mayor, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
So according to our poll, 64% of Americans are at least somewhat concerned about a large outbreak of Zika here in the U.S. How concerned are you for your city and for your state?
Sure. Elaine, of course, I'm the mayor of Miami Beach, and Miami Beach has not had any cases to date. In the city of Miami, we've had a few cases, but it's been very limited to 1 square mile. And of course, Miami-Dade County is 2,400 square miles. I could tell you that they're not very concerned. I mean, because we have federal efforts, state efforts, county efforts, city efforts, and you can imagine the hotels are booked solid. And this little neighborhood there, which is called Winwood, I was out there the other night. I mean, the restaurants are packed. I mean, we have some great places. So I got to tell you, I'm not sure who the 68% are, but it's a pretty very small issue right now.
So you've basically, I think, answered my next question. I was going to ask, is that 1 square mile so-called Zika zone, that Winwood area that you're talking about, is that enough?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. You know, you having 15, 16, 17 small cases. The CDC put out a warning just for 1 small area and only for pregnant women. And I could tell you that, and I was there the other night, this neighborhood is packed. It's one of the hippest, hottest areas you could possibly come to in probably the whole South. It's a hot area, and by the way, it's only getting hotter and hotter. So to answer your question, there's no real concern, but what there are coordinated efforts. And I think the country has to make sure that they're on top of this, and I think that our country is on top of this.
All right, so let's go back to our poll, which indicates most Americans, though, would not be comfortable traveling to an area affected by Zika. How is the virus affecting tourism? I mean, beyond just that area that we're talking about.
Well, let's talk about Miami Beach. I can tell you our hotel occupancies have never been higher. Rates are through the roof, which is, we're trying to hopefully bring them down. But so it's interesting because you see a poll, but in reality, the business is booming. It's booming in Miami Beach, but it's also booming through Miami and in that neighborhood.
You've not seen a drop-off at all?
No, not at all. And I got to tell you something, because, I mean, clearly I'm the mayor of Miami Beach, and I would know I'm not getting emails, I'm not getting calls. Our hotels are doing fabulous. Matter of fact, what used to be a seasonal business has now been a 12-month year business in Miami and Miami Beach. The whole country's coming, and it's hot all over the country, so it's a little warm this summer in Miami Beach, but people love it.
All right, one more point here before we let you go. 64% of Americans don't think the federal government is prepared, though, for a large outbreak of Zika. Hillary Clinton, Governor Rick Scott are calling on Congress to take emergency action to approve additional funding. What is your position on that?
I think that's very important, and I think Secretary Clinton coming forward and saying, let's come together, let's take care of this issue. It shows what we need in our country. The country will not stand for gridlock. This is an emergency, something that's very important for the rest of the country. There's many things like this. During World War II, we had to be on things together. An example of us working together, and I think our country will put this together.
If it's not a concern, though, why approve additional federal funding?
Well, because I think, you know what it is? It's not just about Miami or South Florida. You're going to have mosquitoes like this all across the country. I'm sure there's Zika in various areas across the country. But if we're going to be on it, let's be on it in a coordinated effort.
All right. Miami Beach Mayor Philip Levine. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much.
Thank you.